Hello and thank you for your time today. This presentation on stress and mindfulness at Arizona State University, although being recorded for Steph Wahlund's Capstone 3 course, was originally created by David Gillick, Beth Kovach, Jacqueline Punt, Dagmar Valet, and me, Steph Wahlund. College can be a period of significant stress for many students. In 2019, the National College Health Assessment surveyed over 67,000 U.S. students and found that 58.7% reported experiencing more than average or tremendous stress within the past year. In another study done by Tobes and Cohen, students completed 3 different assessments, and one of the most notable findings from the study was from the College Chronic Life Stress Survey, which reported chronic stress as a significant predictor of college students' distress. Not only are many college students struggling with stress, but the number of students struggling with diagnosable mental health conditions is alarming. In the last year, 45.1% of students reported they felt so depressed that it was difficult to function. 65.7% felt overwhelmed by anxiety, and 13.3% seriously considered suicide. Considering these statistics on stress, anxiety, and depression, it's no surprise that in a 10-year study from 2007 to 2017, researchers Lipson, Laddie, and Eisenberg noted a 14% increase in diagnosable mental health conditions among college students. This increase puts a high demand on counseling centers' resources across the country, and students are often placed on a wait list before receiving services. Although the importance of academic success pales in comparison to the idea of student suicide, the 2019 survey done by the American College Health Association found that 34.1% of students reported the stress they were experiencing negatively impacting their academic performance in the past year. Further research noted that mental health issues are the number 2 reason students drop out of school, and a 0.4 drop in a student's GPA can be expected from those suffering from anxiety and depression. With numbers to support the significant impact and side effects of stress, colleges and universities should be laser-focused on addressing the chronic levels of stress among their student population. Despite the various programs designed to help students cope with the stressors of college life, in the last year, 73.5% of students expressed interest in receiving more information on stress reduction than their college or university was distributing. This number supports the notion that the stigma of seeking formal help for stress or other hardships has decreased significantly. In fact, research notes a 50% decrease in personal stigma for seeking help for mental health issues from 2007 to 2017. With 34% of students having sought help through counseling services as of 2017. Due to the comprehensive nature of college life, schools provide a unique opportunity for students to seek such aid to help them learn to reduce stress. Before making recommendations for how to combat the level of stress experienced by students, we begin by asking what factors make college such a stressful time, specifically for first-year students. Some of the most notable stressors for first-year college students are the transition of living away from home, evolving relationships with their parents or guardians, increased academic demands, changes in sleep patterns, dramatically different social environments, and increased substance abuse. Upon reviewing this list, one may think these are obvious stressors that many people deal with, not only first-year college students. Research done by Jeffrey Arnett helps us understand what makes these stressors particularly acute for first-year college students. In his research, Arnett noted the unstable nature of life for individuals between the ages of 18 and 25, a phase coined emerging adulthood. His research showed this time of life is particularly stressful due to the volatility of no longer being a child but not yet an adult. The shift from high school to college marks the beginning of this uncertain stage and brings with it opportunities and the stressors of what life could be. As our team wrestled with a robust and practical solution to help combat stress among first-year college students, we decided to focus on ASU specifically. This allowed us to narrow our research and suggest a stress reduction tool that could be applied in a very specific way. To begin that process, we needed to know how stressed students at ASU reported being and the impact of that stress. Consistent with national trends, in the last year, 60.9% of students at ASU noted their overall stress levels as more than average or tremendous. And 29.5% of these students felt that they managed their stress well. Of the students surveyed in the last year, 15.7% said the stress they experienced impacted their academic success. Although ASU has already implemented many stress reduction resources to assist students, the levels of stress and the impact of the stress at the university remain consistent with national trends. Therefore, we crafted a solution designed to build upon the services currently offered. Through the conversations that we had with ASU faculty and staff, we were pleased to learn the ASU website has a plethora of resources pointing students to various ways they can reduce stress. These include the Center for Mindfulness, Resilience, and Compassion, ASU Counseling Services, and the Sun Devil Fitness Center, to name a few. Both counseling services and the fitness center offer group programs that train students in various stress reduction techniques. First-year on-campus students are also introduced to these resources via new student orientation and a required ASU 101 course, tailored to the college that they are a part of. Currently, all ASU 101 courses, regardless of the college, are tasked with covering a wide range of topics in a relatively short period of time. The topics related to stress are listed as optional, and they vary, with some focusing on growth mindset, emotional intelligence, or time and stress management, in addition to other course content like peer mentoring and presentations from the ASU Wellness staff. As a team, we chose to focus on a solution that could be brought directly to students instead of students having to seek out resources offered by the various programs on campus. We thought this was important because even if students sought out help from places like the Counseling Center, as of 2014, the counselor-to-student ratio of colleges and universities in the U.S. was 1 in 2,081. With only 274 centers serving 3.3 million students. With all this information in mind, we created a solution that we hope to pilot in ASU 101 courses in the spring of 2021. We believe the practice of mindfulness meditation could be incorporated to help students cope with stress as the need arises. Mindfulness is defined as a state of mind where one observes themselves and their surroundings in a state of non-judgment with attentive focus. ASU currently demonstrates an interest in mindfulness-based education by providing students with multiple avenues to pursue meditation and education on campus. The Center for Mindfulness offers weekly meditations in addition to online content, workshops, and presentations. The School of Social Work also offers 2 courses based on the philosophy of mindfulness. With these resources, ASU is well positioned to introduce mindfulness as a research-based intervention for their 101 courses. ASU wouldn't be the first school to try and incorporate mindfulness into a college-level course. We offer this as a solution partly because of a study conducted by Miller, Borsato, and Al-Salom. In their study, the researchers found that a 5-minute mindfulness-based intervention at the beginning of each class throughout the semester resulted in improved focus and positive feelings in students, as well as a greater interest in pursuing other opportunities to learn to meditate on their own time. Miller, Borsato, and Al-Salom aren't the only researchers to discover mindfulness can help students reduce stress. There are, in fact, a number of studies which suggest and support the findings that mindfulness interventions significantly reduce stress in college students. Due to the number of existing options for students to explore mindfulness meditation and theory at ASU, we believe a mindfulness pilot program in ASU 101 courses could result in improved stress management for the student body. Our proposal is to ask ASU's Center for Mindfulness to create a video outlining what mindfulness meditation is and techniques appropriate for first-year college students. All ASU 101 instructors will be required to watch this informative video prior to the launch of the pilot program in the spring of 2021. The same video will be shown to students the first day of class to help them understand why mindfulness is an important topic and how it can benefit them. The Center for Mindfulness will also provide ASU 101 instructors with 15 3 to 5 minute video or audio mindfulness meditation files to be used throughout the entire semester, for a total of 45 to 75 minutes of video or audio content. In the spring of 2021, the pilot program will be launched, and ASU 101 instructors will begin the first class of the semester showing students the video curated by the Center for Mindfulness and introducing the benefits of mindfulness for stress reduction. The instructors will then build in non-mandatory mindfulness practices for the first 3 to 5 minutes of each class, utilizing the video or audio files provided by the Center for Mindfulness. The only resources required for implementation of this pilot program are time and technology. The time includes how long it would take the Center for Mindfulness to write, record, and edit all 15 mindfulness meditations, the time ASU 101 instructors will need to spend familiarizing themselves with mindfulness, and the actual 3 to 5 minutes at the beginning of each class. The technological resources are already readily available at ASU, as YouTube, audio, and visual files are already used on the ASU website and on Canvas. ASU clearly cares deeply for its students and provides a plethora of stress reduction services to students. Our recommendation is meant to build upon the services currently offered. The focus of our proposal is to bring the services directly to students versus students having to seek out help on their own. Thank you so much for listening. Our references are now to follow.